My name is Anna, and I adore spending my free time at the library. It's my favorite spot in the entire town. The library is so peaceful, filled with vibrant books and cozy chairs where you can relax and read. It feels like a magical place where every book holds a special story. Today, I want to take you on an exciting journey with me. Together, we'll solve a mystery and learn some useful English words and phrases along the way. Are you ready to join me? Let's begin. It was a quiet morning at the library. Sunlight streamed through the tall windows, and the gentle sound of pages turning filled the air. I was organizing books on the shelves when something unusual caught my eye. One of the most important books in the library was missing. This can't be right, I thought, checking the shelf again. It was supposed to be a large red book with gold letters on the cover. I looked around, but it was nowhere to be seen. I knew I had to find the book, but I couldn't do it alone. What happened to the book? Where could it be? I wondered. This is where our story begins. As we search for the missing book, you'll learn how to describe things, ask questions, and talk to people in English. Don't forget to turn on the subtitles and repeat after me to practice your pronunciation. Realizing the book was missing, I felt a mix of confusion and worry. This wasn't just any book. It was a special one called The History of Our Town. Many people visited the library just to read it, and losing it could cause problems. I began searching right away. First, I checked the nearby shelves, thinking someone might have misplaced it. But as I scanned the rows, it wasn't there. I crouched down to look under the bookshelf, but still found nothing. Where could it be? I thought aloud. To make things more challenging, the library was busier than usual that day. People were browsing, reading, and chatting softly. If the book had been taken by mistake, I needed to figure it out quickly. I took a deep breath and reminded myself to stay calm. Okay, Anna, I said, let's think. What do we know about the book? I thought about its distinctive appearance, a large red book with gold letters on the cover. This detail would make it easier to describe. At that moment, I realized I needed help. With so many people around, someone might have seen it. I went to the front desk, where Mrs. Green, one of the librarians, was standing. She was always friendly and helpful. "Excuse me, Mrs. Green," I began. "Have you seen The History of Our Town? It's a large red book with gold letters. I can't find it on the shelf." Mrs. Green shook her head. "No, I haven't seen it today," she said. "Why don't you ask some of the other visitors? Maybe someone has noticed it." Her suggestion made sense. If someone had moved the book or borrowed it, they might still be in the library. I decided to ask around and see if anyone could help me solve the mystery. With a plan in mind, I took a notebook from my bag to write down any clues. The search for the missing book had officially begun. I looked around the library, bustling with activity. Someone here must have seen the book, I thought. I approached a man in the history section who was reading a thick book. "Excuse me," I said politely. "Have you seen a large red book with gold letters? It's called The History of Our Town." The man smiled. No, I haven't," he said. "But that sounds interesting." Is it about this town? Yes, I replied. It's very popular. Well, I hope you find it, he said. I thanked him and moved on to a young woman near the window, typing on her laptop beside a stack of books. Hi, I said. I'm looking for a missing book. It's large, red, and has gold letters. Have you seen it? She thought for a moment. I don't think so, she said. But I've been here for hours, so I might have missed it. That's okay. Thanks for your time, I said. As I continued asking around, I repeated phrases like, have you seen this book? And what does it look like? Some people said no right away, while others paused to think. Finally, a boy in the children's section raised his hand. I saw a big red book, he said. It was on that cart over there. I followed his direction and checked the cart full of books to be reshelved. Could the book be there? Unfortunately, it wasn't. Still, the boy's information gave me hope. At least someone had seen it recently. I returned to the front desk and shared the clue with Mrs. Green. A boy said he saw it on the reshelving cart, I explained. Mrs. Green checked the schedule. Alex was working on that cart. Try looking near the study rooms. I found Alex organizing books near the study rooms. Hi, Alex, I said. I'm Anna. I'm looking for a large red book called The History of Our Town. Someone said it was on the reshelving cart. Alex nodded. I remember that book. I think I placed it on the reference shelf by mistake. I hurried to the reference shelf and carefully scanned the rows. Finally, I spotted it on the top shelf. The bright red cover with gold letters gleamed under the lights. There you are, I said, but it was too high for me to reach. I asked Mr. Thomas, a tall staff member nearby, for help. He grabbed a stepladder and retrieved the book for me. Thank you so much, I said, holding the book. I returned it to its proper place in the history section, feeling proud of solving the mystery. On my way home, I reflected on everything I had learned, asking questions like, "Excuse me, can you help me?" and describing objects had helped me improve my English. Working as a team with Mrs. Green, Alex, Mr. Thomas, and the boy in the children's section had made all the difference. That night, I wrote about my adventure. Today, I solved a mystery at the library. I found a missing book and learned useful phrases. Teamwork and clear communication helped me succeed. This experience showed me that learning English could be exciting and rewarding, especially when part of an adventure. I couldn't wait to see what lessons tomorrow would bring.